Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Tennis Manager. We're on episode 54. So this time out, first off, I've hired a bunch of new staff members with the addition of a fourth athlete to the team. That put us into a new realm where we needed a whole new string of coaches, trainers, etc. to fulfill the club. But I also had some expiring contracts, so I was replacing those weaker staff members with significantly better ones. Basically the best we can get now that finances are no longer a concern. So we're now aiming for the best of the best. Help us with that training, make things happen faster. But we're ready to set up the season. We're going to get into things once they've signed on anyway. We'll set that up here early December. Questions been posed, though, about the progression potential of Raducanu. Of course, in game, right? The game came out before the US Open. The game came out before Raducanu was known as anything and before she was seen as somebody more than just moderate potential at that point. She was seen as a good young talent, but not seen as a potential Grand Slam winner. And then in her second Grand Slam ever, I believe it was, she went out and won it. Hugely shocking, massive surprise, and now her potential has been raised significantly as she's seen as somebody who doesn't have consistency yet, but is somebody who could really play. Well, anyway, the game doesn't see that. The game doesn't recognize that. The game wasn't updated with that in mind. So the player, Raducanu, is just somebody who, ho-hum. For me, I think it's a fantastic challenge to keep her, develop her, and see her become more than what she is. Here, she's seen as 4-star potential, as in pretty dang good. Current, just 3 stars, though she's already 25 years of age. But at standard, she's at that prime development stage right now, where she could really become a pretty talented player. Can she become a 5-star talent, though? Maybe not. She'll hit a ceiling. She'll top out. So I think short term, I have no doubt I want to keep Raducanu on the books. Short term, though, I think we might focus on either Montgomery or Goff while we still have them, while we still have that 4 or 5-star capability. Montgomery, standard, meaning this is also her prime time at 23 years of age, and she can be a multi-Grand Slam winner. So maybe we stick with Montgomery short term. Just train Raducanu, train Goff. Goff, of course, is very similar on that, and same age as Montgomery, and technically a little bit better than her right now, especially in the technical attribute side of things, where Montgomery's a little bit better in the physical and mental side of things. I think they're both interesting prospects. Goff, a little bit better track record, maybe slightly better, maybe closer to 4.5 stars right now. But bringing Goff into the team is good for the overall and the results and what we can do. But she's not my player. She's already well on her way to being a champion. I kind of want to develop a champion. So I'm looking more at Montgomery and Raducanu as kind of my main focal points. And if Goff can win something, awesome. Oh, and then don't forget about Gosenseva, who's lurking as a 3.5 star, 4.5 star, and still just 22 years of age. She's near the end of her rapid development, though, and that 3 years without us, she's not the same player. She's the most famous, amazingly, of all of our players, but just because she's a well-known quantity doesn't make her great. She's only won a single 280 tournament. Anyway, a lot of choices with not 4 but 5 athletes on the books. But let me get those stats signed on and then start divvying up how we do that and where we go forward from here. Into January and the start of the season, and Montgomery enters a 140 international tournament, the Dubai 100K, as the 1 seed for this one. She's definitely the favorite, but how far has she come? How much progress has she made? We'll see. We'll see. She's certainly capable of winning this type of tournament. I was trying to give her a good start to the season and then take a couple weeks until we head down to Sydney for a Grand Slam. Nice smooth start, 6-0, 6-0. Gosh, I'm not sure I've seen that too many times. 8 aces, no double faults, 29 winners, 9 unforced errors is actually slightly high considering how dominant it was. Only 68 points played. The quarterfinal offers our first challenge, somebody 132nd in the rankings, 7th seed at this tournament. And challenge she did give us. We lose the second set, but we do ultimately get the job done. 6 double faults is the most I've seen in a very, very long time for Montgomery, but 57 total winners to get the job done. Also 30 unforced errors. Looks like the beginning of the season against somebody who's offered you a little bit of a difficult time and you make it harder on yourself than they were actually able to do. Semifinal looks more like the finals, as the other semifinal looks like a pretty easy matchup. Let's see if we can get through this one against the American. If we do, then I would think we're headed for a tournament victory. She's beat us both times we've gone up against each other, by the way. Not the easiest match to open the season, but it's 6-2, 6-2. We're not the player we were last time we went up against her, seemingly. 44 winners to her 22. Unforced errors at just 12. Wow, the qualifier, 440th ranked player out of Turkey. How do we do with this one? It's a 24-year-old. This is not somebody who's brand new on the scene. It's not some kid who's trying to come up the rankings. That's surprising. 6-0, 6-4, and we are tournament winners. Strong way to open the season. That makes it 2 career 140 tournament victories. That's her second biggest win of her career, surprisingly. She really hasn't been consistent enough to win at the big tournaments. Her overall win ratio at 65% is obviously good, but we've seen 75% with other players where they've been able to go in and dominate in play, and she just hasn't done that. That drop shot just went from an 11 to a 12. I'm working on trying to get that, and I think some of that is just the technical ability. It's just good across the board. She's not outstanding at anything other than she has really good balance and good tactical skills. We haven't had any breakthrough oh wow moments with Raducanu, but in a month since joining us, she's already picked up, I believe, 4 attribute points. Her speed was a 9, now it's a 10. And other areas as well are all going up. Her balance is one that just jumped to a 17. So it's not like anything amazing has happened. We haven't had some crazy breakthrough. But to see that much progress in a very short amount of time is encouraging. Hopefully she maintains that. She had quite a few attributes that were already kind of on the verge, so it's not anything crazy happening at this point. I like my weekly loading screen. There's a lot of green now. Raducanu, the first one to take a loss, but she did it in the round of 16 in a 470 tournament. And you can see right after that in the quarters, her teammates also going down. But there's a lot more green. We used to get a lot of red. So I'll take it. It's progress. And we're ready for Sydney. Osaka, the 1 seed. And still number 1 ranked player, Kasanseva, with a really difficult path, round of 32. Likely match up with Osaka. She has already gotten through the first round. Benchik, who in real life I just saw severe COVID. Nokunye, out in the first round, beaten by a qualifier after winning the first set, losing 3 straight sets to get knocked off. She wasn't going to get very far with the 4 seed ahead of her, but still disappointing for her to go out so quickly. She really struggles in the Grand Slams. She didn't fare well with us either, or last year. See, Corey Goff is the 19 seed, and all of the top 19 ranked players are present. All top 28 players present as Montgomery enters as the 28 seed. Raducanu with a difficult first round draw, but not the worst, 24 seed. Obviously seen far worse draws than that. Krager also here. She does get a favorable first round draw and has at least a slight chance of getting down into the round of 32. Ayala has made it. She's got a decent chance of getting out of the first round. And Frifritova just misses being seeded and then has to go against somebody seeded only slightly ahead of her in the rankings, but that's a difficult matchup for both of them, really. Montgomery's first round against the 74 seed or 74th ranked player, losing the first set, but we do win 3 straight sets following that is enough to get through. It's 58% in the end. 53-49 of the winners. Unforced errors, better. 19 versus 26. 19 out of 191 points played, just 10% of the time. You'll take that. Take that all day, every day. It's not enough to win tournaments, but that's definitely enough to beat most of your opponents. She might have won, but she has unfortunately picked up a minor injury, some pain in the wrist. And the physical trainer has pulled her. So it looks like she's going to be out. Recovered the next day. Pain is gone. Maybe, just maybe, as we had 2 days in between. Maybe she's still going to make it for the tournament and not withdrawn. Raducanu out in the first round, but at least she was there. Gazantseva does get through the round of 64. She does match up head-to-head with Osaka in the round of 32. Really tough match, but good luck to her. So far, so good for Goff, and she's got a decent chance to get at least through the next round, and then we'll see how she does in the round of 32. Montgomery's got a chance as well, but getting through Bitdy is not going to be easy. Krager made it through that first round. She's got the highest placed player not to be seeded in the next round, 33 with 32 seeds. 57th ranked player in the world, not going to be automatic in any way, shape, or form. But of course, I think we've had a better record against those between 50th and 100th than we've had of those between 100th and 150th in the rankings over the last couple of seasons with Montgomery. We'll see if that is the case here. And that does seem to ring true. She gave us a heck of a match, 6-3, 7-5, 7-6. But we do come out winners, 55% of points won. 4 aces, 2 double faults, 73 winners to 39. Huge advantage there. Unforced errors, not the greatest performance with 27, where the opponent only had 16, but we just beat her again and again and again, stealing enough points or claiming enough points to get the job done. And the unforced errors is only not that far above 10%, because 21 would have been with 27. That's not far from where you want to be. Goff wins. Krager is out. Kazantseva just beaten by Osaka. So we are getting down to our last 2 remaining in this first Grand Slam of the year. Both Goff and Montgomery certainly have a chance to make it to the round of 16. And in both cases, neither one looks like it's going to be them favored. They both look like they could probably go out in this round. But we'll see. Kazantseva made it this far. Can either of them make it farther? I like the odds of 1 out of 3 getting into the round of 16 anyway. I'm shocked that they've never actually gone head-to-head with each other. It's their first match playing each other. Now, it's only the round of 16. As much as I would like to get in there... it's only the round of 32. As much as I'd like to get in there and participate in this one, I do think it's still time to simulate. It's not that deep into the tournament. If we do get to round of 16, that's another matter. And we're out. We do win the opening set 6-4, but then lose 3 straight sets following that. Aces similar for the 2, but the double faults certainly hurt us. Nearly 50% of points won, but it's not enough. 81 winners. 29 unforced errors. Kind of shocked. It looks like it was the double faults that cost us, at least a bit. But ultimately, that's 6 more points given up comparatively. Is that the difference? Yeah, probably not. 81 winners to 66, though. Feel like we should have done a little bit more with that. And Goff also out, so all three that remained, all three of our top players, out in the round of 32. Nobody going the distance or even going that deep into the tournament. Round of 32 is not bad, but I feel like we should have had at least one going a bit further than that. I wanted to see how the tournament turns out, so I've gone my one more week into the future. We haven't finished the week yet. It's only Thursday. The tournament's not done just yet, but the medical center upgrade is done. It's now level 5, so everything is level 5 or above. We immediately begin the next one as we're sitting on 6 million, so we have plenty of money. Injury duration reduction and hydrotherapy tools. Andrescu has won, so that is your winner of the tournament. She was third or fourth seed. That is going to do it for this episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there, and bye for now.